Well, for the next 6 months, the Commonwealth of Virginia is doing two major projects. And one is in cybersecurity, and one is in preparing for the end of the current infrastructure agreement contract currently held by Northrop Grumman. You can go to the governor's website and look at executive orders and executive directives, and a lot of them are on cybersecurity. So the main project we're doing right now in that area, which drives a lot of our strategy and agenda, is collecting the data and conducting audits of all the agencies. And it's a big project. I talk to the CIO, Mike Watson, all the time on this one. In fact, I just got off the phone with him. That's a major project. And then the other one, which takes a lot of our time, is setting a stage, making sure we identify all the risks and walk through all the processes and see all the art of the possible for the services that could be available and the process that could be available when we move to a post we call the Northrop Grumman or Comprehensive Infrastructure Agreement contract. That ends in July of 2019. So we have a lot of projects in now that are looking at that. Open government, what I do as the CIO of the Commonwealth is I assist the individual agencies. There is a CIO for the Department of Transportation, CIO for Department of Motor Vehicles. That's Dave Burhop. He's here today with me, and I assist them with helping make sure their applications are open and have all the information that we can pass on to citizens. And so it's primarily an IT project support role. That's also a requirement of this position as CIO. But in this case, the agency CIOs are usually in the best position to identify those opportunities because they know that vertical intimately. Well, we maximize our potential, in this case, as a CIO of the Commonwealth, first by making sure we know what data is out there, what the data is held by the agencies, and we're going to classify it. When I say classify, what's very sensitive, what's close held, personally identifiable, or hey, we don't want to get this out there, or what's publicly available. Once we go through that as part of this data initiative, then we'll be able to assist the individual agencies, like Department of Motor Vehicles and VDOT, to say this is the data and here's the best way you can put it out there from an application or an open data perspective. But at the end of the day, we're looking to be a highly support role in that area. Okay? Well, they go hand in hand. In this case, we see a higher. The Commonwealth of Virginia's governor has made it a very important focus for the Commonwealth to grow the business, the IT business, and specifically cybersecurity. So we are going out of our way to make sure that we have processes and efforts in place and investments in place to identify and protect those, and also to recover and identify, to have incident response efforts. That's a high level one. And the other one is, from an infrastructure perspective, we are working with with Northrop Grumman internally to make sure that the investments in that area and those service delivery issues and items are carried out as best we can. So the investments go hand in hand. In fact, this is budget season. We turned our budgets in, and I had a chance to personally rank all those different things and have conversations between the IT heads and also Mike Watson, the CISO, on the cybersecurity thing. So they get fleshed out and ranked by priority. Well, for technology, the Commonwealth of Virginia just went through a very good disaster recovery exercise in the August and September timeframe. That was very successful. So sustainable from that perspective, for business continuity, that was important. Sustainable from a cost-effective perspective, we're somewhat, the flexibility for that will really be identified for sustainability, will really be identified as we negotiate contracts beyond and outside of the Comprehensive Infrastructure Agreement. Because the Comprehensive Infrastructure Agreement, those rates are set and they're kind of restrictive. But we're looking for cloud service offerings that, for like software as a solution services that will allow agencies to take advantage of putting data in the cloud that's non-critical, non-sensitive at a much cheaper cost. Well, you have to go back to 2001. I joined the government. I worked for the House of Representatives for almost a little over 14 years. I started off as a line manager and worked my way up to be Chief Information Officer for the House of Representatives. I did that for 3 years, and I finished that up in April of this year, and I've been in this job since June 8th. And so what I've learned as far as technology in government is that a lot of the problems and processes and issues that private sector companies have, we have too. We have to roll out technology quickly. We have to keep up with the tide of technology. We have to engage our customer base. Our customer base at the state level ranges from retail, alcohol beverage control, to very large organizations like VDOT and the Department of Motor Vehicles. So we have a wide range of customers. At the House of Representatives, I had a relatively small range. 12,000 people worked for the House of Representatives, 441 members and delegates, and from the House side, but they represented everybody in the country, and we had a very large spread network because we had equipment and circuits in every single state and territory there. What I learned from that is the need to move up and keep up with technology and move fast, and to be innovative as best you can because it changes very rapidly. And so the challenge for government is to be able to create the environment for that success. How do you move as quickly as technology has? You know, this interview here, you're using cameras that didn't exist probably 15 years ago. And it's amazing to me just how rapidly that goes and how we keep up at the state and local and federal level.